Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's this time of year, Christmas makes. So today's video is going to be super exciting, and I will show you how I've made crackers, and I'm going to show you just one, how to assemble, going through assemble process, and I'm gonna be talking a lot the way I've done it and the way I found the easiest way to do it. We had loads of discussions with Phil himself and Karen, Julia Watts, and Lozzie, Helen, Angela, and myself, also Saz. We all had a big discussion about these crackers, and we all came up with something. And yeah, it's lots of ideas, lots of variations, how to do it, what to use. So I will show you the way I found it, the easiest way for me to assemble it, and make these beautiful crackers. I will show you. Look at these. Aren't they just amazing? So this video is going to be quite a long one, but and I have used some diamond dazzle on here, but full of information. So make yourself a cup of tea and put your feet up and just relax and watch, and hopefully you are gonna take something from it, and it's gonna make your life a little bit easier, if not super easy. I will show you and tell you absolutely everything. And I think when I've done the video, I forgot to mention, because I've used the spray adhesive, my fingers got a little bit sticky. Sticky fingers. My tips of my fingers got a little bit sticky, and I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I will show you now. One moment. So to get rid of the stickiness, okay, and it goes for everything, like sticky scissors, sticky anything. I have used, to wash my fingers, a Zippo lighter fluid, okay, and it's a low odor one, so I did put it on a cotton pad and just wiped my fingertips. Took the stickiness off like a dream, honestly. And then obviously wash your hands a couple of times after with soap. Yeah, no stickiness all gone. So I'm trying to put all these 3 crackers for you to see. Hopefully they all fit. And let's go and make them. So my third cracker I'm making, I am using Sumptuous Scarlet cardstock and New Gold Luster. Okay, New Gold Luster together with Sumptuous Scarlet. And look at this detail. How beautiful it is. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I am going to show you how I am doing it. You might find your own way how to do it, okay, and that's completely fine. I think I found my own way how to do it, and I will share it with you. So you are going to need, first of all, this die set. This is Phil's cracker, and it's called Regency Christmas Cracker. Links are gonna be in the description below, and hopefully by the time this video comes out, Phil's still gonna have some in stock because it is one amazing die set to make cracker, and it is A4 size, and as you can see, you've got panels in here in 2 different designs. So you've got some snowflakes and beautiful with holly leaves. So you're gonna need one of these, and now it comes to you. Let me just take it out. It comes to you in many parts. So this is your main die. This is the cracker base. Then you have got your panels. So little panel over here on the top, and I'm gonna have to turn it so that you can see the whole lot. So little panel goes on top and bottom, and there is another design, and then large panels are going in the middle. Okay, two large panels in the middle. So again, you've got designs to match. Okay, or you can mix them if you want. I would probably match them. That's not to say you can't mix them. So you first of all, oh, and then obviously you do have your panel bases. So you've got panel bases, okay, so that you can die cut a base, and then this intricate bit over here, and then you glue it on top. Now, when you start, you have to decide how many crackers you want to make, first of all, and then you have to decide what color base you want, okay, and then what color panel you want, and what color you are going to use to die cut intricate bit of it. Okay, and I have done mine, and I did write it all down, and then I changed my mind and decided, oh, I'm not gonna go with silver, I'm gonna go with white, and blah blah blah. Okay, so it's good if you're gonna write it all down. Then you can just take your dies and you can die cut them all first. Like, say for example, you're making it for I don't know, Christmas dinner party or something, and you have, let's say, 10 people coming around. So you would want to make 10 of these, okay? And if you have got a plan written down, then it's easy. You do, okay, I'm gonna die cut so many this base color, so many these panels, and so many of this color of intricate bits, and then you can die cut them all, put all together, and assemble as you go along. Okay, after that, so that would be my advice. If you're making more than one, make yourself a plan, write it all down, and go from there. Now, these panels I have used to adhere this intricate layer. I have used this spray over here. I have never used spray adhesives before, but luckily Julia, and I'm talking about Julia Watts, Julia basically warned me that it is stinky, which it is, but I opened the window wide and I was fine. Just don't breathe it in, okay? It's bearable, and it is messy as well. So what I've done is, and I think I still have it somewhere. Do I? No, I did throw it away. Anyway, you know, one of those bags you get your deliveries in. It doesn't really matter. It could be even anything, you know, any packaging or anything large enough. I ripped it open, okay, and it was big enough surface for me to actually go and spray on it. So I didn't use a box or anything, because it is sticky. Okay, so you probably won't be able, I don't know, you probably won't be able to use that box again because it's going to be sticky. I don't know how long it's going to stay sticky for, whether it's forever or whether it's just, I don't know, some amount of time. But I just ripped open one of those bags, the paper bags with non-sticky coating inside. It was large enough for me. I did put it on the floor, and these pieces are small, so I placed them, I sprayed them, and it does tell you on the tin over here that you have to spray 15 centimeters away from it, so it's what, about 6 inches away from it, and let it sit for 30 seconds. and then stick it down. So I sprayed it on the reverse, then I took my tweezers, these tweezers over here, and you can hear it, they're still sticky. I have to clean them. Pick it up with your tweezers, and then I used my fingers and I just put it down, and then clean piece of paper, just any clean piece of paper big enough, I turned it up in upside down and just pressed it a little bit, and that's it, it was done. And honestly, it is so super easy and so super fast. I wouldn't want personally to use glue, liquid glue, on these bits. This stuff is amazing, amazing. I loved it. Okay, I absolutely loved it, and I'm glad I did get it, and I would advise you to do the same. So that's that. Next thing I wanted to tell you is base. Your base, I found out for me it is easier. So you can see these flaps are the ones you're gonna glue to the other side to make it round. So I took my scoreboard and I placed it on my scoreboard, and what is it, I scored these flaps. Then it gave me a little guidance where to place my double-sided tape. Can you see that? I think you can. And I personally prefer to use double-sided tape to assemble this one. I'm not saying you can't use glue. Please use glue. If you don't have double-sided tape, use glue. For me personally, because we all like to make our life easy, or easier, shall I say, I am using double-sided tape. Okay, and this is what I like, and this is what I suggest you to do. This is 1/4 inch wide double-sided tape, and I'm going to apply it on my 3 flaps. Please do not go over this score line. You want your double-sided tape to be attached almost at the cut edge, as close to the cut edge as you can. Okay, so the closer to the cut edge, the better it is. Next step, just because I feel like it would be less stress on the cracker, I am going to also double score, because there are already score lines when you die cut it. I'm going to double score these little bits, because I feel like it's going to be less pressure on it when we are going to fold it. Okay, I'm not saying you have to do it. This is the way I am doing it, and I've done it, and it turned out great. So I'm just sharing with you what I have done. Next, you want to train your cracker. Fold it and fold it in a tube. Okay, train it so that cardstock knows that you need to actually roll it. Okay, but be careful, careful. That's it, that's perfect. Next, to attach these sides, I have used hairband. Okay, I did put hairband over my cracker to hold it in the middle, because this way it is so much easier to attach these flaps. Now, instead of the hairband, you can use either ribbon, you can use those gummy things, what are they called? Escaped my mind now. Elastic, yeah. yeah, elastic. So you can use, I like to wear my bracelets, and I can put one of these over here. Anything you like. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is you don't want it to be too tight, okay? Because what happens is, if it's overly tight, if it's too tight, let's say it's like this, okay? If it's like this, you're gonna struggle to open it up. That's the only thing. And I think my bracelet actually does better job than my hairband. So I'm gonna use my bracelet for this step. And now I'm going to remove the tape backing off my side flap. Position it. Make sure it's all nice and straight. And that's it. This one is done. Now I'm going to the left or right side, whichever side it is or it was, and going to do this one the same way. So make sure it's all straight, and that's it. And you see, with double-sided tape you don't have to pinch anything or hold anything. That's it, it's done. Now I want you to go and burnish. That's it. We do not need this bracelet anymore. And now I'm going to remove, you have an option to remove this bit by bit, so just leave it a little bit and then stick it in on, and then take a little bit more off, or take the whole, I like to take the whole lot off, okay? If you're not confident enough, then do it bit by bit. And that's what I would suggest if you don't want to mess it up. If you think you're gonna mess it up and you don't want to mess it up, then that's what I would suggest. Now my chipolatas are not going inside because they're not thin enough. I'm going to attach this bit and pinch it with tweezers. Go in, pinch it with tweezers. And now I'm going to this side and do the same. Position it where it's supposed to be and pinch it with tweezers. Okay, that's plenty. And now just go in and burnish it. Burnish it from outside with your fingers carefully, and then go inside with a bone folder and burnish it, please, from inside. So I'm hoping you are going to find this video useful. And now this is our cracker. Cracker. Come on. Just maybe need a little bit of help first time. Okay. And just squish it. And there we go. Okay. And this is, you see why I'm using double-sided tape. Now for panels, I decided, and I've done one cracker fully with glue, another one half with glue, and half with double-sided tape. Now I will show you that you can do it with, and I already did put double-sided tape over here on these two pieces. I will show you how to put double-sided tape on this one as well, because it's very important. Now I will also show you that you can use just ordinary glue if you want. Now I didn't use Phil's glue for this cracker. If you want to use Phil's glue, I have used my art glitter glue. The reason why is because art glitter glue dries very fast, and Phil's glue has a bit of wiggle time, yeah, and we talk about this in all the card videos almost, that it's brilliant that you've got a wiggle time for card making, when you're making cards and putting layers together, one on top of each other, another one. And for this step I want glue to dry fast. because I don't want to sit around and wait for it to dry. Okay, so you want a decent amount on one side, short side, and a decent amount on the other short side, because this is where the most stress is going to be located for these pieces. Okay, now glue, you absolutely can do that. I position my panel between these two embossed lines. Okay, and now I'm gonna go around. So first bit, this bit, I'm holding and making sure that it is glued, and then I'm going to continue to go around, and each time I'm going a little bit round, I'm going to hold, making sure it's all glued properly together. Okay, doesn't take long. It does take a little bit of time, but it will take longer if you are going to use Phil's glue. But then again, if this is only glue you've got, then it's completely fine. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for it to stick. Okay, so I'm using art glitter for this step, for cracker, if I'm using the glue. However, I opted out to use double-sided tape, which I think is much better, less messier, and faster. Okay, so one bit is done, and now I am going to attach another one. So you do one side, then another side. Let's have a look. I'm going to take tape backing off of this one, and you don't need the full coverage, and I will tell you about it in a moment. So double-sided tape, and I'm going from this side again, position it, and burnish with your fingers while you're going around, like press it really hard. Perfect. And then you can go in with your bone folder, and I'm placing it this way and just going around, burnishing and making sure it all sticks. And over here, these two ends from inside. Okay, so much faster. Perfect, I love it. Now middle panels, how to apply your double-sided tape. You definitely want to apply your double-sided tape as close to the cut edge as you can get, because you don't want to your panel to start lifting. Okay, that's the last thing you want to do. Look how close I got my double-sided tape, almost on the edge. You don't want it to go over the edge, because then you're gonna get sticky stuff outside of your panel. Okay, just on the edge, as close to the edge as you can get. And you are going to do this all around the perimeter. Now you do not need full coverage of double-sided tape in this case, because these panels are super thick. It's a good cardstock, and it is not going to buckle, okay, if you're gonna have some gaps, and I will show you in a moment what I mean. So just finishing going around the perimeter, and then I'm just going to apply 2 more strips like so, and that is going to be enough, okay. Just because you don't have anything over here doesn't mean that it's gonna buckle. It won't. First of all, because you're using double-sided tape. Second, because the panel itself is quite rigid, okay, so you don't need 100% coverage. You probably could get away if you don't have a lot of double-sided tape and you think maybe you're not gonna have enough. You probably can get away without these 2 middle bits. Now I started to take my tape backing off already, but I was going to tell you something before I do that. You have to have a dry run and have a look. I'm gonna turn it upside down just so I don't stick it down yet. So your panels, these 2 panels, I am looking again at my debossed lines, top and bottom, and you have an option. You either can position them together like that and have equal gap top to bottom, or you can go ahead and do 1 panel and then a little gap and then another panel. It's completely up to you. I like the look of it when it's like one piece, as one piece, okay. So roughly estimate where you want to start. Make sure it's all straight and just go around carefully, no rush. Go around and around and around until you get to this end over here, okay. Then I want you to turn your cracker and burnish really well where those 2 ends meet. So you really want to burnish really well end of this bit and end of this bit. And then I'm positioning again my bone folder like so, and going and burnishing around. So that it sticks nicely. And that's it. And then onto your second panel, I'm going to remove tape backing off again. You see how easy it is with double-sided tape. Super easy, non-messy. I love it. So going to position my second panel right next to it, butt it up, and I'm going along this first panel, just following it. I think second one is easier. Second one is definitely easier because you already have a guide. Turn it this way and go ahead and burnish really well those 2 ends. Make sure. So yeah, got stuck nicely, and now bone folder this way and going round and round and round and round. And here we have a Christmas cracker. Easy. Hopefully hopefully you got some sort of idea how to easy assemble this cracker, because we did have a discussion between us all and everyone was sharing ideas. So, and of course everybody is gonna find their own way, their own easy way making it, and I found that this was easy way for me, and now to go ahead and embellish it, make it look super yummy. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If someone would rip the cracker like this, the one I made, I don't think I would be very happy. Because you obviously can put those poppers, cracker poppers inside, but I wouldn't be very happy if someone would rip a cracker like this open and rip it apart, because so much love gone into baking these crackers. Anyway, next step is embellishing. Let's do that. And now I have got my hot glue gun over here heating up. I've done poinsettias in red and gold. These are new poinsettias. Pierced festive poinsettias set. This one over here. I have die cut a beautiful pierced holly sprigs, and I've die cut the whole set twice. So I've got 4 small ones and 4 large ones. They're here. I will show you. I did put some gems where the berries are, and I think they look fantastic. The gems I have used are these ones here, and these are Crystal Gemporium gems in Poppy Red. What else have I done? I've prepped my little tag. Look at this one. It says Merry Christmas. Look, beautiful. Merry Christmas sentiment is just saying sentiments, festive ones. And a little tag bauble is from this set over here. That is called a layered mini baubles. And you've got tons of options with this die set. Absolute ton of options. So I decided I'm gonna use my hot glue gun because it's a round shape and I don't really want to sit around and wait for it to dry. That's the only reason. Okay, now I'm gonna try to move these aside a little bit. You will need a ribbon. Well, I'm using a ribbon. You can use whatever you like, and I've got this beautiful ribbon, red ribbon. I've got tons of ribbon last Christmas, so I've got plenty to tie both sides. Don't know how long, but I think this should be enough, I'm hoping. So 2 of these. I don't really want them to show, I don't think so. So let's have a look. Opposite side to this one. And I'm just going to tie them. Let's see, double knot, and let's do a I don't know, do I need it showing or don't I need it showing? And I'm gonna turn it around a little bit this way. Okay, I don't know, what do you think? I suppose I'm gonna have to put poinsettia to have a look. Hang on, need to tie it a little bit more. Okay, going to do one side and this side the same way. I am going to do double knot, and then a bow. My bows are not great. I'm not very good at making bows, beautiful bows. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, you know what? They can actually stay there. They can actually stay there. I don't mind it. I don't think so. Okay, I'm just gonna put a blob of glue, a hot glue, so it doesn't get... Obviously, if you're putting something inside, you wouldn't do that unless you want it to get ripped, to get inside. But because it's a sample, I'm going to put hot glue to make sure these stay in place. Let's have a look. I think my hot glue is ready. So tiny bit on here so they don't get undone, and a tiny bit on here as well. Okay, like so. And now poinsettias are gonna go. And let's have a look where my tweezies are. Ah, they're still sticky. Okay, so poinsettias, I'm thinking gonna go slightly closer to this bit. Or do I want them over here? Let me have a look. It's quite a large gap in there. Oh, this way. Do I want it on here? I still can hide that bit. Yeah. First of all, I'm gonna cut this bit. It's too long for my liking. Don't need it that long. No, okay. So I'm going to put hot glue what I think it's gonna get in contact with the cracker, and hold it in place, please. Okay, that looks good. Now another poinsettia is going on this side over here, so I need a little bit of glue more on this side, and then place it down and hold. Perfect. Oh my god, look, it looks amazing already. I will get rid of this schmutz from the hot glue. That's not a problem. Don't have many of those hanging around. And obviously I need to have a look. I might not actually use all of these flourishes, but what I need to do is to have a look how many of those I need or I want. So if I'm gonna, and obviously having an ordinary glue, it would take me ages to hold this one, and then you know what I mean. Might somewhere underneath. Don't want it to be too much. Or maybe I definitely want one big one on each side somehow. Somehow I do definitely want one big one on each side, and then maybe a little one going down somewhere like so. Ah, don't have enough hands on here. Okay, just gonna place it under so that I can have an idea on how it's gonna look. And now I've got hot glue in there, I can't stick it under. Or maybe instead of large ones, because I'm not too bothered that I've done them already, because I can use them either on cards or another cracker or something. How about this one, these two small ones maybe? Oh, this looks much better. Oh, this does look much better. Okay, so maybe two small ones. Yes, and then where is my sentiment gonna go? Right here. Yes, okay, decided. That's it. Decided. I don't need these too long, so I'm gonna chop them. I'm gonna chop them all. Let's have a look. Chop, chop, chop. So going for 4 small ones. And which way they were? This one going up, and this one is going down. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Now to decide what I'm gonna use for this one. I'm thinking a little bit more of a hot glue. Have to be super careful now. And pop it in. Perfect. One is in. Now this one goes on this side. Again, a little bit of hot glue right under the poinsettia's petal, and then stick it in. I want it more or less symmetrical. It's not going anywhere. Okay, that's good. And now if I'm gonna do the same from underneath, only need a tiny bit of glue. This one goes under. Oh, look at this. I actually like it with small ones. Looks really nice. And another one, a tiny bit of glue under again. Okay, and on this one goes in like so. Make sure that it is there. Oh, I love the look of this cracker, don't you? This one, now you can put a string over through, I mean, and hang it. I don't want it to hang. I think I'm just gonna glue it down. Which side? It doesn't really matter which side. I might glue it under this petal over here. Or put it under here. Let me just have a quick think. Because obviously I couldn't plan a lot before I glued down poinsettias, because it's just impossible to do it with two hands while they're not glued, to have a look what it's gonna look like. Okay, I think I'm gonna put it right under that petal over there. This one here. So again, a tiny bit of glue under. Perfect. And now it's going over there. Let me just hold it for a little bit while the glue is drying or cooling down. I might actually put a little bit more glue under here. That would be a good idea, to hold it. Let me have a look. If I can put a tiny bit under here, just to hold it in place. Perfect. Just to hold it in place. And I think it will. So even if you die cut loads of stuff like I did over here, I'm still gonna use it, so I'm not bothered about it. I will use these in one of my makes, and you will see it. So this is a cracker that says Merry Christmas, all done. I'll look at it. Okay, all beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, and if you have watched that far, thank you so very much. If you liked it, make sure you do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so. And there are going to be many more makes on my channel coming out, some interesting ones, and you never know, I might even do something with this cracker, something different. You never know. And yes, love this little bauble for sentiment, and I think it looks amazing, absolutely amazing. I think I'm definitely gonna be making a few of those for just Christmas decoration. Yeah, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.